Okay, so today we are going to share certain thoughts, and that is about the creation. It may not be the last class, it's just the beginning. We may take 2 to 3 classes, but first today start with something. I saw it in somebody sent me a message, very interesting message. You can play it? Just watch it, very interesting. Somebody sent me this message in the WhatsApp media, so I thought that would be a good beginning.
Mysteries in all of science, happened before creation. Why did we have a Big Bang? What bang? Are there other universes, a multiverse, before the Big Bang? That's outer space. Then the second mystery is inner space. Yes. What goes on behind your eyeballs? We have 100 billion neurons in your brain, as many as stars in the Milky Way galaxy. Each neuron is connected to 10,000 other neurons, and so what is the brain?
Okay, so you saw that, you might have seen it before, you heard that. There are 2 great mysteries for not only science and the scientists, but also every human being in this creation. Not many people think about it. What are the 2 mysteries, he said? What happened before the Big Bang? Where was the creation? And the next thing is, so that is the first thing, about the creation, what happened. And what happens in our own brain. Today, we shall discuss few things, not necessarily as it is just one day, it may 2, 3 classes also, it may be 1 class also, don't worry about it. But let us give some thoughts to these things. He says, what happened before the Big Bang? Because with the Big Bang, if the creation started, Where did the Big Bang happen? It's an ordinary person's question. But something to happen somewhere, that somewhere should be already there. Or else how can something happen? So when these questions come about, if you start thinking, we shall see, just to begin with, I was always telling 3 things about this creation cannot be answered. After thinking over, last night I was sitting down, thinking, reading, writing, I added the 4th point also. The first 3 things that we are talking about was 3 things about this creation we cannot answer. And those 3 things are where, when, and the cause. Why? What do we call in Sanskrit? Desha, Kala, Karana. 3 things about this creation cannot be answered. If somebody asks you, just listen to it like a story, okay? It's so beautiful in the Upanishads, so beautiful, you think for yourself. Where did this creation begin? You cannot answer the beginning of where, beginning of space in space. When you say where this creation started, the question is rather, where did this space begin? You cannot point out the beginning of space in space, because space must be there for you to point out in space. So you cannot answer where it begins. The next thing is, when did it begin? To say when did it begin, what you are really questioning is when did the time begin? And you cannot answer the beginning of time in time. When did it begin? You can say 1 million, 50 million, 100 trillion, 1,000 million trillion. You can say anything you like, just to wipe out a mind. But the idiot will ask the last question. When did time begin? In time you are telling, in 50 trillion years back or 100 million trillion years ago this started. When did that begin? You can't answer the beginning of time in time itself, right or wrong? Because when you say the creation, time and space is already existing. Next, if you say, why did this creation begin? If you give a cause, the cause will beg a cause. Why did this begin? 2 stars collided. But if the 2 stars are there to collide, so where is the question of creation beginning? If you say, Big Bang, small bang, whisper, whatever you say, it happened where? And why did it happen? A cause will beg a cause. Now these 3 things can never be answered. And today we can start thinking, that is why the Upanishads helps us so beautifully. Not that science doesn't, I'm not talking about that way. In search of the beginning of the universe, let everybody search. Nothing wrong in that. Because in the search, we shall discover millions and billions of possibilities. That is how today mankind has progressed. So at no time, when we say, oh, science doesn't have an answer, or the books do not answer, religion don't have an answer, that's not disappointment. Let everybody question. let everybody search. In that beginningless, endless searches, many more things shall be discovered. There is nothing wrong. But if you want a final answer, you have to see it very clearly. There's three things: time, space, causality, desha, kala, karana. Where did this creation begin cannot be answered in space, because my question is where did the space begin? You cannot point out the beginning of time in time, because the time is already existing. What is the question of telling me when did the time begin? You can't point out the beginning of time in time. Nor can you give a cause, because every cause will beg a cause. Why? Why that started? Why that started? Why that started? It will go to infinite regress. If this much you understand, your mind will be stilled, because can't be answered. One beautiful point to be discovered is, whose question is this? Does the creation question? Think. Does the space question about its beginning? Does the time question about its beginning? Does a cause show curiosity to find the original cause? Nothing in this universe, call it universe, multiverse, call it anything you like, creation doesn't question itself, cannot question itself. Inert, unconscious. Think. Space, air, fire, water, earth, not only elements but also elementals. Call it a desert, call it an ocean, call it trees, call it stones, mountains, deserts. Nobody can question that. Have you ever heard mountain asking a question, ocean asking a question? Nobody can answer this question. Nobody can ask questions, please. Only a human being can ask a question. So that is where you see it is just not an unconscious universe, but it is a conscious universe, because a human being is a conscious being. If we observe the nature, if you observe the creation as it is, you shall see as though there is, in manifestation of consciousness, there seems to be an evolution. Not evolution, I say. Evolution means slowly, gradually develop. No. Expression. The physical universe, space, air, fire, water, earth, by themselves, unconscious, inert, jada. Jadatmika jadarupa. It is total, completely inert, unconscious. Listen. Now if you go into the trees, plants, they are semi-conscious. Semi-conscious things are there. Then if you go to animals, elephants, tigers, all these, including human being, they are conscious. Only human being, not only there is unconscious part of it is there is semi-conscious things also here in this human body. There is also, not only they are conscious, but only a human being can be self-conscious. Self-conscious means to know that I am living, I am dying, I am growing, I am fat or lean. Elephants don't know that they are so big. They are not self-conscious. They are conscious, but they are not self-conscious. That sense of I thought, individuality is not there. So only the human being can ask a question. Listen carefully, friends. Only the human being can ask the question. Therefore, you must see it very clearly, a human being alone can ask a question, but as long as only the body is there, a child cannot ask a question. You are just being a conscious entity like an animal, you also cannot ask the question. Only when you are self-conscious, when the I thought, individuality is born, you can ask a question. Are you getting that point, please? Until the I thought comes. Have you seen children asking questions about the creation? Any questioning will begin only if your I thought is there, individuality is there. Listen. If it is so, the beginning of the questioner is, when you say I, your question will be, when did this I begin? Now suppose you say, I am the questioner, listen, so add in the fourth factor. Not only you cannot answer the question, when did it start, why it started, where it started, because you can't answer the beginning of space in space. You cannot answer the beginning of time in time. You cannot answer beginning of the cause, because the cause will be a cause. You will also cannot answer the fourth, you can add, who created this? The moment you suppose ask who created it, if you answer that X created it, the next question is who created the X? Y created it, then who created the Y? A creator will beg a creator. That is why there is so much of confusion about the creation and the creator. And the creator, friends, please think for a while. They exist. Creation is not confused by itself. If there is a creator, he has not come and appeared in front of us and tell me, see, I am confused over the creation. No. The creation is not confused by itself. If you accept a creator, for the time being, neither he is confused by himself, to needing our help to solve the problem. Only human being is confused. Listen. Only the I. The individual I is interested to know when did this creation begin. Please think, friends, it's very subtle, very simple. Only the individual I asks the question, why the creation begin? Why the other person talking like that? Why is it raining? Why it is not raining? Why the person is behaving like that? Every person, there is only one thing, individuality only asks this question. So if you say, who is asking? The I is the only one who is asking the question as to who is the creator, when it started, why it started, where it started. As usual, please look at yourself. This individuality is such a thing. It is always interested in knowing about what he is doing, what she is doing, when the creation started, when the creator gone, when the creator is started, is there a creator? This fellow is asking about everybody, but is never asking about himself. Are you getting that point? One thought. Any time a friends meet, what do you discuss? Last night somebody was telling me, Swamiji, I was talking with my friend for 1 hour or 2 hours, whatever it is, somebody was telling. I said, what are you discussing? Oh, we had our usual nonsense. And what are the usual nonsense? They are talking about some food or some politics or some another friend or anything. Never about themselves. Nobody talks. And without that sense of I, please, is there any trouble? Is there any conflict? The whole universe, except human being, nothing has a conflict. Nobody has a conflict. The living things, non-living things, the macrocosmic universe, nowhere there is a chance of any conflict, confusion, except the I. And that is why children are also included. Children have no confusion at all. Children have no confusion. Even the human beings, those who are living even now in the deep Amazon forest, even in Andamans, they don't want to disturb those prehistoric people. Call them tribals, call them Adimanava, call it whatever you like. Because if you visit them, they will eat you up. And that has happened in Andamans also. So it is protected area. From that, all of us, our ancestors, we are not started as PhDs, FRCS, ABCD, all that stuff. Everybody started like that. And even now, they have not been able to ask any question. Why? Because the I sense, individuality has not. They are still not self-conscious, move like animals. Think please. Only for self-consciousness, the I. You know what all problem it has come in your life. Who is creating your problem? What is the beginning of I? About the I, ask these three questions. Where is it born? This Desha Kala Karana, please think of it. Long before you go into the macrocosmic universe, think of this micro individual, you, the representation of the entire universe. In this physical body, you are the representation of the unconscious inert universe as well as the consciousness, conscious universe. It's a beautiful representation, human body, amazing. And in this body, until the I thought begins, confusion has not started, conflict has not started, competition has not started, comparison has not started. That is why children are so fantastic. You have got one baby in the ashram now. Look at her, look at the baby, look at him. Everybody will laugh with him. But parasparam, when you look at each other, do you smile like that beautiful smile of Ayushman? Whoever looks at it, he, what happens to you? The moment you look at him, you say, why don't you do that to him? To the child. Think. You must think, friends. The thinking is the faculty of this I, the individuality. But it goes on asking about everybody. When did the sun come? When did the rain come? How did this happen? How did this happen? Everybody, the questioner questions everything except himself. Listen. That is why children, please, parents adore the children. So many thoughts are, friends. I am going and talking. It may come out absolutely wonderfully, may not come out wonderfully. I don't bother about it. I'll take time to build it. You can have question answer after the class discussion. On that also we'll discuss, but think of it. Why every parent loves the child? With children have no individuality. That is why they celebrate the child's birth. They celebrate the child's teenage, end of the teen, educate, feed, help him to survive. Because this is a doll, a consciousness doll, which has no individuality. Whatever you do, he smiles. No problem. Same child, after 15, 20 years old, after 25 years, when a solid individuality comes, the type of problem, insult, humiliation, rudeness, ingratitude, the child shows, if the parents know about it in their first anniversary of the child, will they help it to grow? Your friendship begins. You keep your individualities away. You start knowing somebody, love, affection. You keep your individuality away. Your adjustment is so marvelous. I love him, I love her. So every little imperfection, every little so-called negative, destructive qualities, neither you show nor the person wants to see. Individuality is kept away. Whatever you say, yes. Whatever the other person says, yes. How long? Once the individuality starts keep coming up, I don't like this, I like this. The whole relationship breaks down. Please understand. And this is the one, I thought, please, until that comes, it doesn't question anything. It doesn't question absolutely anything. It doesn't question anything whatsoever. Has anybody ever asked? Did I ask in my college days, university days, school days, did I ever ask, where from this I come? Where is it born? Whenever you felt a little troubled, who feels troubled? I feel troubled. Why this I is feeling troubled? I never ask the question, who troubled me? I ask. Are you getting that point? Always. Bahirmukha, that is what perhaps in beautifully in our Lalita Sahasranama, Antarmukha Samaradhya, Bahirmukha Sudurlabha. Every child, every individuality is Bahirmukha, extroverted. Always asking, who created my problem? It never says who I am, who considers this as a problem. Where is it born? Because who creates your problem? The I hides. Father helps me, mother helps me, brother helps me. Then after some time they did not help me, I'll kill my father, kill my mother, kill my friends, kill everybody. That is where the children becomes your competitor, the brothers becomes your competitor, the sisters you start comparing, the friends you start comparing and competing. Why? You understand that? This I. And this I questions the universe. Like that celebrated scientist, whoever, scientist, speaker, whatever he says. The greatest mystery of the world is what? What happened in the beginning? Whose beginning? Suppose the I thought doesn't begin, will you begin questioning? Mountains do not question. The whole macrocosmic universe, there is no whisper of a question. We take it for granted that a human being, you understand how precious, how invaluable, how significant the presence of an individual is. We are proliferating like animals, proliferating like the flies and the mosquitoes, and behaving worse than the mosquitoes, worse than the flies, worse than the animals. Have you seen animals creating world war? The First World War, Second World War, the Second World War, especially 6 million people, don't say Jews, 6 million, only Jews, Europeans, Indians, whoever had joined. 7, 8, 10, 6 million, one particular race is destroyed, there are other 3, 4, 5 millions might have been gone. Have you seen any time such outrage in the animal kingdom? Why? One individuality was good enough. Call it a Hitler, call it XYZ. One person. I want to conquer everybody. Can I conquer my own emotions? Never ask. I want to question everything. Question yourself? Never. Ask friends. Who is questioning? Who is questioning the creation? Who is questioning the creator? Creation has no problem. If there is a creator, that has also no problem. He has never come in front of us to ask that I have a problem. The individuality, part of the creation, looks at the creation, asks about the creation, but doesn't ask why the animals don't have the eye sense. The mountains, the trees, everything have no eye sense. Even my own physical body has no eye sense. Where is this eye coming from? Long before you answer the question, don't you think we should be interested in the root of the source of the question which is troubling us? Without question, there is no trouble. Are you getting that point, please? Without the question, where is the trouble? We are all here. There is a heavy rain coming. The trees are tolerating it. The mountains living with it. Land is living with it. Everything is living with it except human being. Why is it raining for 7 days now? Why it is so hot in Madras? Why it is so cold in Alaska? Who is asking? Your toe? Definitely your body never asks any question. Please feel that, friends. Your sense organs, those who perceive, help you in perceiving, they don't ask any question. True to the perception, thoughts take place. Thoughts do not ask any question. That you are having a thought, you are conscious of a thought because you are conscious. There is a knowing principle. That doesn't ask any question. The perceived creation doesn't ask a question. The sense organs which are perceiving, they don't have a question. The body doesn't have a question. True to the perception, thoughts are taking place. Thoughts are not questioning. Thoughts are not a question. You are conscious of the thought. That is also not a question. Please see, that you are conscious of the thought, therefore the I say, I know my thought. Not only I know my thought, this I creates in his personal memory universe new creation. What is new creation? You never see anger walking the earth, hatred walking the earth, jealousy walking the earth. But in your personal universe, emotional universe, you create emotions out of simple thoughts. You create a desire. Objects have no desire. Objects do not desire to be desired. Perception takes place, thought takes place. Sensation is there. Body doesn't say I like or dislike. Are you getting that point, please? I thought. Your children will not like what you like. You may like a vegetarian food. The child says, I hate it. You may like a non-vegetarian food. Your children say, I hate it. They shall have their personal likes and dislikes. You may like something, you may accept something. Understand, friends? Belief, disbelief, personal, subjective. Like, dislike, subjective. Who creates it? The I creates it. Anger, hatred, jealousy, all these things happens inside us. That is the one which asks the question. And this I is asking the question about the creation. We call it secular people, scientists, painters, musicians, whatever, secular. Meaning there is no creator. But then, as a human being, when we are growing up, Naturally you like animals. When you like animals, you shall run away from the rain. You shall run away from the fire raging in the forest. You are hungry, you must look for food. Everything you shall look for. And you don't like to die. You don't like to be hungry. And when it is happening, you don't like the rain continuously, you don't like the massive cyclone, you don't like it. Who is creating it? Just like you think you created a hutment, the hutment did not come by itself. Instinctively the person might have thought, yeah, as even I am building a home and I am living in this vast home of a creation, there must be a builder, creator. Nature worshippers, everybody must have been in the beginning of the life. Nature worshippers, nature. Worship nature. Everybody would have nature worshipper long before you name the gods. Nature worshippers. Listen, friends. Among the same people, some people created a belief there is a creator. Some people didn't have anything to do with it. They did not believe, but they didn't disbelieve either. That is how the world, secular thoughts, religious thought might have come. Think, friends. So this belief and disbelief, did the creation give it to you? Or man created it? Your belief and your disbelief. Those who did not believe, secular entities, those who believed become religious entities. So you become obsessed, the individual become obsessed with the secular world. I want to know how this creation came. The religious person passed on the responsibility to a creator. God only created the whole thing. He resolved the problem by believing in some creator. The other person resolved his problem by disbelieving and said this creation is automatic, natural, everything. Friends, this belief in a creator or this total belief in this creation and disbelief in a creator or thinking that the creation cannot exist without a creator. Religious people, secular people. Who created? I, individual. So there are two types of obsession in the world. The secular people's obsession with perceived creation, the religious person's obsession with the, call it creator, call it God. Between these two obsessions, fanatical obsession, secular obsession with the creation or the religious obsession with the God, the creator, individual was totally neglected. Are you getting that point, please? Individual either helplessly surrender to the creation or helplessly surrender to the creator. Why am I suffering? Individual doesn't ask. It questions creation. Scientists, thinkers. It questions, believes in a God, or somebody questions that belief. But nobody asks, why am I creating this? Suppose there is no, please think, suppose there is no individuality, what questions will come? Do you have a question? Do you have a question? Who is mad? If I am asking this question to this world, I am mad. And then what the person say? I have a question which nobody can answer. Why? Because you yourself are the biggest question. Are you getting that point? So 4 questions you cannot answer. First 3, what we call as the scientific thinking, desha, kala, time, space, causality. When did the creation begin? Cannot be answered in time. Where did it begin? Cannot be answered in space. Why did it begin? Cannot be give a reason, because the reason will beg a reason. The cause will beg a cause. Who created it? Who is asking? I am asking. Forget, sir, who created the universe, who created the I? Did you create it? Where did it begin? Which point in space? I thought, which point in space the I began? Which point in time the I began? Who gave it to you? Your father, your mother, your brother, your friends? Who made you conscious? Nobody. Child is born conscious. Listen carefully. Consciousness also has no question. Long before the I demands, the origin of the universe, origin of the creation, even the creation, why did the sun is hot, why the rain comes? All this questioning begins with whom? With only one thought, I thought, individuality. But the I never wants to know itself. Please, I will give you any number of examples. I have been making a list of it. Think, why are you so interested in knowing others? Please tell me. How many times, how much time you have spent the time to know who I am? What am I doing? Where is this I coming from? And how much you are interested? Who is he? Who is he? What is he doing? What house is that? Where is America? Where is Australia? What is there in the moon and the sun and the star? Oh my God. I want to meet the president. Why? What happened? The president is another human being occupying a position. Nobody is a born president. Please introduce yourself. This is the question to you. Challenge, happy challenge. Please introduce yourself. Because before you meet somebody, suppose you want to go to meet anybody, you are online, you are purchasing a ticket, you have to give all your Aadhaar card, PAN card, father's name, your all nonsense you have to give, right? You want to meet some so-called VIP, where nothing else VIP, the posts are VIP, these guys are not VIP. The day he retires from the post, every constable will run away from him. This is a delusion of highest kind. Are you getting that point, please? Absolute delusion. Please introduce yourself, give your visiting card. I have personal connection with God. I shall fix an appointment with Him. Please, give me your identity card. When I am asking, I am not challenging you. I have looked at myself too, because I belong to the same group of human beings. Not that I am the special fellow falling from space. No. Give me your identity. Tell me who you are. Long before we question who God is, what the creation is, that's not important. Do you know why? Let there be creation. Suppose you are not there, will you ask the question about creation? Let the God be there. Let the creators be there. Why creators? Let them be there, a group of them guys doing some nonsense somewhere. Let them be there. How does it matter to me if I am not there? Are you getting that point? Do you really understand? This will challenge every little bit of information that you have picked up in life. Creation is not a mystery to itself. You make it a mystery for yourself. No person is a mystery to himself, by himself. You are making him a problem. Individuals in come, you shall see he can be your problem, you can be. But creation is not our problem. This individuality is such a thing. Two human beings cannot stay together, but a human individual can stay in the oldest, the dumbest, the craziest of the jungle, mountain, anywhere the individual can stay. No person is going to kill him, destroy him. If you are smart, you can survive the animals also. But another human being, you cannot. That is why even on your road, these disciplines, what happens? Human beings alone will be punished for jaywalking. Animals can run, nobody will punish a cat, dog, buffalo, cows, no. If the cows jaywalk, cow owner is punished, not the cow. But human beings, the most dangerous animals. One thing is their individuality, one individuality. Look at your own families. How much you are connected with each other. A little unit of a family, a grandfather, grandmother, father, mother, son, daughter, in a unit. 5 people, world war. 6 people, world war. Or always there is a war? No. Grandfather, nice. Grandmother, fine, nice, sweet. They were two together. When they were young, they were very sweet. As 20, 30, 40, division started. Right. But anyway, they can show their division to the children. So children also stood nicely. So your father, mother, they also very nice. Yes, very good it happened. Then children come. Then what happens? I don't like him. The grandfather is rusty. Grandmother is like that. Father is waste, mother is a waste, brother is like that. See, 6 different worlds. They no more belong to one world. Because everybody's perception varies. Right or wrong, sir? Beliefs are different. One fellow believes God, other person, I don't believe in any God. He says, believe in that particular God, or this particular God, or this particular faith, or this thing. Beliefs varied, perceptions varied, emotions varied. It's a miniature human world. And each one will be ready to destroy the other, pounce upon the other. The lion, when they meet the lioness, might have his own children also. But this lion, when he comes to the group, will kill every child. Because even among his own children also, if there is a boy child, he will kill the boy because he instinctively feels he will be my competitor. Kills the child. Kills all the children of the lioness, because unless the children are killed, she will not come to eat. But this fellow wants to be the alpha male. Ruthlessly everything goes. In human world, think of. Many people have when they were feeding the child, suppose they have a futuristic vision and they make out just like the animal, the alpha lion thinks, when this male grows up, he will be my competitor, he kills him. Suppose you have got a futuristic vision, and you know when you grow up, your son, your daughter, your uncle, they are going to be really horrible problem for you. Now they will take away everything, they will destroy you completely. What will you do? Will you be kind to them? Man's ignorance protects him. If you know what will happen, Kal kisne dekha? Who knows the future? Nobody. You project it. These are all more intimate questions than the beginning of the creation. Because your own little private world, when it's destroyed, let the whole world be there. Let people go to Mars or galaxies or anything. That is why, friends, all the roles are so deluding. You may be the king. Listen, friends, you may be the king. You have organized a royal dinner. Your stomach is upset. Will you enjoy? You may be the most powerful person in the world, but you are old and dilapidated. Nobody cares for your authority. What happens to you? When you die, you don't die like a king. You die an individual. I thought. So, very important question, friends. Prove yourself. Who are you? Are you there? Yes. Who are you? Don't borrow an identity. Please tell who you are. Whomsoever say, whatever you say you are, they don't have a sense of I. You say, start with, you are rich. Why? 1,000 acres of land. Do the 1 inch of land or 1,000 acres of land, the whole planet Earth or the entire universe, do they have a ownership idea that they belong to somebody? The land doesn't have a sense of I. Why are you telling, I am the land, I am the owner? What nonsense? Don't drag in innocent things. So you are not a landowner, not a landlord, not a king, not an emperor. The land which you owning, you say it is yours or you, that doesn't have a sense of ownership or being owned. Don't say you are the body. Body is me. Body doesn't protest, cannot protest. You are dragging that nonsense to yourself. Who are you? First you give me your identity, you give me your pakka visiting card, your true identity, I shall take you to God. If there is some God. Later on we shall talk about that. Please, you want to meet what? I want to meet the Prime Minister. Why do you want to meet Prime Minister? The Prime Minister wants to meet you because without your vote he is not a Prime Minister. I want to meet the President. Who is that President? Anybody born, marked President, Prime Minister? Nothing. Because the I wants to be proud. You know, yesterday I met Prime Minister. You have not met. You guys don't have access to anybody. I can just ring up Prime Minister. Oh, I can ring up the President. I can ring up the Managing Director. I can ring up the Police Director General. They are all human beings. Positions are not they. Positions were always there, they are occupying and they will be kicked out. You fall out with the government, they will kick you out. The government falls, the Prime Ministers are kicked out and Presidents are kicked out. The kings are guillotined, the Tsar is killed. The Louis XIV, the kings, the king can do no wrong, are killed. Where are they? Think, friends. You are fully informed about the secular world. Einstein was given, no reflection on Einstein. Einstein was given the man of the century in the year 2000 when the Time magazine was creating the man of the century. They give the Einstein that role, that award. Einstein is the man of the century. Some people protested and justifiably because make him the scientist of the century, yes. Man of the century, no. His wife had all the fight, they did not stay together. The children hated him. Now what do you do to that? Celebrated scientist, celebrated artist, celebrated tycoon, celebrated intellectual, celebrated religious believer. But the person, What is celebrated? The position is great, not you. The positions are great, not you. Informations are great, not you. You first prove yourself. You want to know the origin of the universe? Give me your origin, we shall talk about the origin of the universe. Are you getting that point, sir? Are you really getting that point? Because without you, the question about the origin of the universe doesn't rise. And if you see that, if the origin of emotion, it's you. You create the emotions. You create the confusion. What is the origin of the confusion? Sir, if there is no individuality, can there be confusion? Does you come and sit down in a chair, does the chair say, no, you don't sit on me, I don't like your dress. Don't sit on me because you are looking black or green or white or red, I don't like it. Does the earth have that sense? Don't walk on me. Will the earth ever say? Will the water ever discriminate and say, don't bathe in me? Will the air say, I'm going only to white man's nose and black man's nose or the yellow man's nose? Brown fellows are stupid, or the brown man's nose and the green one. You understand? Universe never discriminates, never differentiates. Who is the one who is creating the divisions, differences, discrimination? Who creates? Only the I. Your individual discrimination has created a world war. In your personal world, inside your own brain, then your family world, then social world, then the state, nation, international. Now you go to other planets, interplanetary war you shall carry to the other planets too. You shall fight now. Americans went first to the moon, so this land is American. Somebody went first, like India was colonized or Africa was colonized or whatever you say that. The people who are coming into the colonized, what do you think, they are all happy people? In their country, everything was useless. Like Central America, Central Asia. Harsh land, no food, too much cold. So look for something. Why the Indians did not go anywhere? Because beautiful climate, nice food, everything is good. Whole throughout the year is fine, so why go somewhere? Only if you have trouble in your house, you look outside. Just think of it. So not that they are useless. No, if you are in trouble, you will also go out looking for something. Every human being will do that. They did not come here to look after Indian people. Neither somebody goes somewhere to look after. No, you are attacking, invading people, destroying. Why? Because there is a lack inside you. Individuality. So ask yourself, before you ask the question, origin of the universe, ask, what is my origin? Surely your body is not your origin, because body has no sense of I. With the body you are not born. After the body is born, you are born. Right or wrong, sir? Your individuality is born with the body or after the body? Why? How shall you describe yourself? As your parents have taught you, as your society has taught you, as your religious beliefs have taught you, or as your secular viewpoints have taught you. You are helpless. What is your identity, sir? Name one identity that you have given to yourself, as you are. Son, daughter, parents have given it. Belong to this language, Tamil, Telugu, Spain, Oriya, Hindi, Spanish, French, language have given it to you. Black, white, green, yellow, whatever, brown, all that nonsense, pigmentation of the nature has given it to you. Seer, hearer, taster, toucher, sense organs give it to you. If the sense organs are blind, not working, you are blind. Deaf. They have given it to you. thoughts. Thousands of years before, there are no science, history, geography, chemistry, 100 branches of knowledge. Not even one branch of knowledge was there. People were there. You picked up historian, geographer, computer, politicians, political philosophy, religious philosophy. Who has given? One little you pick up, then you say, I am a religious philosopher, I am a political philosopher, I am a socialist, I am a democrat, I am dancer, I am a musician, I am an artist, I am a painter, I am an athlete. What nonsense is going on, sir? Please think of it. When I say nonsense, I am not looking, just see the confusion. Then you shall know how stupid we have been. That is why I am so angry. Angry means what? Please. Present yourself. Please present yourself. Don't ask me. Go stand in front of your mirror and ask, hey, who are you? Ask the fellow. To whom you are looking in the mirror, ask the fellow, who are you, boy or girl? That cannot answer. You'll answer. Who is this? The body doesn't say I. I am only telling it. Can you identify yourself without borrowing an identity? Everything that you talk about yourself is borrowed. Your social identity, borrowed. That is why you can change your borrowing and get a new borrowing. Until now you are Indian citizen, now you are an American citizen. Now you are Australian citizen. Until now you are believer, now you are non-believer. Until now you are vegetarian, now you are non-vegetarian. Until you are married, now you are not married. Now until now you are occupying a position, now you are retired. Retired means what? You retire or the position throws you out. Ask, be honest, don't try to be honorable. Huh? I retired. You retired? The position threw you out, you are useless, 70-year-old, you can't occupy that position, get out. But you want to have a self-respect. I retired. You retired. Even if you choose to stay, nobody keep you there. Even if you are a king, the time will retire you. Until the last moment, you are 90, 95, 96, still you are not abdicating, you are not dying. So the time will retire you, the other fellow waiting for king will be king. You have to retire. And does the king feel that the body feels, oh, I am going to die now? Or you are afraid that the body is dying? Does your position feel that it is being retired from? Or you feel, I am no more in that position? You miss the position or position misses you. Think of, friends. You miss the identity or the identity misses you. You miss the thought or thought misses you. You miss the power or the power misses you. You miss the belief or the belief misses you. You. Continuously dragging everything towards yourself. You don't know the origin of the I and you want to know the origin of the universe. How fantastic. Are you getting that point, friends? Know your origin, who you are. Because that is the one asked the question, we shall see tomorrow. That is the one asked the question. So, Swamiji, I have got three very important questions. Is there a God? Why are you talking to me about God? I don't know the boy or the girl. I don't know God. Forget me. You tell me who you are, we'll talk about the other God. Huh? You don't know me? Yes, of course I don't know you. Tell me, introduce yourself. Because I see fellow, one body is standing there, but the body has no sense of anything. Suppose the body cannot speak. You have named the mountain a mountain, or mountain said, my name is mountain. Did you say the children's story? So what is the nearest star? Children naturally could not say. 7th, 8th, 9th standard, what do they know about it? Postgraduate children also don't know what about the small one. You don't know? The nearest star to the earth is Proxima Centauri. Oh. Then one smart aleck in the class said, Sir, did he tell you, did the star tell his name to you? you have given a name. You give a name to this body. Somebody, no, I didn't give the name. Arey bhai, if you did not give the name, that is still better. You are grabbing, swallowing that name given to that body. Why are you giving? Your parents gave, no, right? So why are you think it is yours? It is you. The body was born without any identity. What are the thoughts you are born with? Which language you spoke? Which belief you had? What emotions you had? Not only these emotions were not there, identities were not there, you yourself were not there. What is that? So ask yourself, when did this I born? Where was this born? In my toes? In which field the I thought is born? Physical universe? No. In your toes? In your stomach? In the brain? So the brain, he says what? If there are 1,000 billion, you can name anything. As many stars are in the universe, that many neurons on your brain. And each neuron gets connected to another 10,000. Ho, ho, ho. You understand what a universe inside? None of them have identity. Unconscious. In consciousness. So where the I thought is born? Which part of your body? Where? And when? During the birth? Some people do not have that I thought. Like people living in jungles may not have that. Or some religious belief will kill you from the day one. Never say I. Don't say I. God is the only one. God, God, God. Or X, 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 Y, 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 or Z, 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 that is the only one. You are not there. So they don't allow you to develop an individuality for you to challenge even for your own difficulties. Why the, mother, father, if you see in Indian society or anywhere there, ladies, you should be like this, you should not question, you should not go, you should not, they remain all silent. So if the child wants you should be a good woman. Yesterday there was an article on the paper. A good woman syndrome. Good woman means who doesn't say anything, who doesn't complain, who doesn't ask anything, does whatever he wants, he is asked to do. Lastly eat, if you find it there, food is there, fine, not fine there also fine. So to put up the good woman syndrome, every woman is dead. And the man must be macho. So to fill the macho syndrome, they become the dictators, rascals, rogues. Kill everybody. Which woman can live with them? How beautifully programmed. Think, friends. So where was it born? Ask yourself, when did the I come? Where? What is the cause? Where? Don't know. When? Don't know. Who gave it? Don't know. Then why are you stuck with that identity? Who are you? Close your eyes, friends. We shall see more of it. We'll take some classes. Just think of it. If you know who you are, your own origin, you do not drag anything onto yourself. Everything you hold on to is borrowed, imposed. You are never born. neither you pass. Na jayate mriyate va kadachit. Neither is born nor is died. Ayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha. Being, it will be or not be there, that question doesn't arise. Why? Ajaha, unborn. Ajo nitya sashvatayam purana. Unborn, eternal, ever existing. Purana, puraeva nava, ever the same. Nahanyate hanyamane sarire. Even when the body goes, it never goes. Even when the universe changes, it never changes. You never change. The sense of I. Once you know your root, the root of the universe, existence is known. We shall see that very elaborately. Anytime. Yes. But you don't wait to know yourself. You are always there as you are. So this is the line we shall take and answer the question. What happened before the creation? There is no before or after. In eternity there is no after or before. What happened before the universe started? Before the Big Bang? There is no before, no after. Before and after are two concepts in time, in timeless. We'll see that, please. Thank you. Thank you.